Are we really gonna put this video up? After today, I'm gonna be known as the Dry Mani Butcher. Well, this is the end of my career. Guys, this is gonna be the last video you see from me. Like in the comments if you want me to come back. Here we go. All right, with the big E and medium grit, I'm gonna go right over the dry cuticle. All right, I'm not gonna drop it on the nail plate quite yet because I am running at really high speed. And the reason for that is because I got a lot of crusty overhang. So I'm gonna do things in steps. Keep the process moving forward. Processes make you money. You're not gonna see me prep this nail plate because I'm at 20,000 RPMs, but look, you've already seen me create some uniformity, which is tracing out the natural shape that I want it to look. I'm gonna go right up here, and because I know he's nice and dry and not sensitive, oh my gosh, Mrs. Angela, your husband is amazing. Literally, you just made me look so good. Nails like this can be super tricky, so just make sure before you go over any of the skin that looks like this, that you're just kind of reevaluating the situation. If you think that you're gonna break the live tissue, use your nippers. If you think you can go right over it and it just flake off, you do you, but always, always, always err on the side of caution. Okay, 20,000 RPMs. I am just very, very lightly tracing over what is flaky and dry and white. And this is one of the benefits of dry manicuring, because if I were to soak him, it would all turn about the same color, like the skin and the cuticle, and then it would make it very hard to see what is attached and what is not. Since I'm running at really high speed, my focus is just to get the dry skin off of the nail plate. And once I'm about to break through, that is when I will decrease my speed. The closer I get to the nail plate, the more I want to reduce my speed because I don't want to accidentally break through the cuticle and then be right on the nail plate, okay? Now, if you see any signs of sensitivity, abandon ship. Your client's comfort is always a priority. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Speed is our friend, and since we are super dry, this is a very easy technique. If my client had very moist skin, then this would be more difficult because the skin would want to tear because of the moisture, versus since it's dead, it's just exfoliating. Woohoo! Look at this. Where do I file? What is still attached and what is not? I don't want to file up here. Less is more. I'm going to start right here and just start to see what indeed can I actually file off and what do I need to stay clear from. My goal right now is just to create a uniform look. Circular motions. You okay? Nothing's warm. Look at that! Oh my gosh! These are my favorite. Oh my gosh, so much good. Trying to stay more on the skin. Oh shit. I cut him. Where's the bleeding stuff? Did you feel that? Nothing happened. Don't record that. Mom, look. Got a bleeder. No, don't announce it. I don't want everybody to think I'm lame. You're gonna follow your state board protocol, which will most likely direct you to following the universal precautions. In this case, pretty much just told my friend's husband, hey, wifey will take care of you tonight. That's your tip. Sorry that happened. And not sure that was the most PC thing, but I did get a good laugh. And hey, let's be honest, it's not lame. Cutting people does happen, but it's all about how you conduct it. Stay professional, stay elevated. Don't make excuses. Don't over apologize. Don't say they moved. Just go through the process, my bad, and stay calm. You can use your big E for this, which is what I'm using, or you could also use your flat top. The reason I went with a rounded head is because I knew this was dry right here. So since I have a round head, I literally can just gently tap the dry skin off. If somebody is sensitive though and has cuticles like this, don't do it. Opt out for having a flat top, all right? One of the big things too is you wanna make sure your bit doesn't get stuck. You're like literally going layer by layer. Don't try to like carve it out, just layer, layer, layer. That way you don't accidentally break through the skin and then cause more damage. Like in this area right here, I can feel my bit catch. And that's just when I wanna remind myself is I'm going layer by layer and not trying to just carve it out. We're so close to some live tissue, so we wanna be very, very gentle. My pressure is very, very light. Now, at this time, all right, I am switching it into reverse and I'm also slowing down my RPMs. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time in the corners right here because I know with this service, I'm gonna go deeper with my unicorn bit. Keep that in mind. So many times I see technicians try to do all the things instead of moving the service forward. Working in the reverse direction opens up more of that nail plate. Like you can like literally hear the difference. I can probably like put a thumbtack right there and you wouldn't be able to feel it. Super calloused area, which is very common, especially on thumbs. So just where it's calloused, I gotta be really careful because I'm putting a little more pressure. I don't wanna get in like the nice supple skin. I'm keeping my bit concentrated where there's the callus. So the reason I do forward is I wanna open up the left side and then I switch to the reverse after I've done all 10 fingers. So I can really open up and expose more of that nail plate, creating a uniform shape.
Hey nail techs, it's time for you to get tools that work as hard as you do. At Erica's ATA, you'll find professional Efile bits, implements, and gels to help you achieve cleaner, longer lasting manicures. From prep to polish, we've got everything you need to level up your services. Shop ericasata.com in the link below.
All right, let's go a little bit deeper, cleaning up in these little areas that are hard to reach. We're gonna go in with the unicorn. I'm gonna start off at 12,000 RPMs in the forward direction. And like, we're really tight. The idea, if you're trying to get your client to like have an open pocket right now, that's crazy. I mean, like, look, there ain't nothing to lift. I'm just trying to create a uniform look and make sure any of that skin that's split, that I'm nicely polishing so it doesn't catch and tear. So just opening it up, just working in those areas to create a more tight look. There's so much buildup right here. If you find that you're applying a lot of pressure, then increase your speed. None of this. We don't want to floss and overfile that lateral fold, but we just want to create the separation from the skin and the nail plate. Using that bit, gentle circular motions, soften the skin, exfoliating. You're going to look signs right there where it's like more pinkish, smooth, shiny. Those are signs that we're getting close to more supple skin. Here we go. I'm gonna pull that back. It's really tight. It's really tight. It's really tight. Remember, I'm not trying to create the perfect pocket. I am just trying to create a uniform look. Let's be real. This did not happen overnight. So I see you wanting to do all the things, and before you know it, you're 30 minutes in on cuticle work, but that's not the appointment that was made. So do some for the appointment and then encourage him to come back sooner than later, okay? I see you taking too much time. That's why I'm telling you. Because I want to sit here and do all the things. And I'm like, no. I build real content, not just, oh, look. Dude, it's kind of like when you go to McDonald's and you see the menu and no one has ever got a sandwich that looks like what they're marketing. Shout out to McDonald's. All right. So because this nail is so dehydrated, we're all about repair right now. So I'm going to take my Photo Expert nail spray. We're just gonna start hydrating. Since we're not putting any kind of product on, we just wanna hydrate. I'm gonna put that on the nail. Favorite tool, Big E. It's all about the polishing and hydration. We've done the exfoliation. We've gotten down to a good spot. Now we're just gonna have the oil and the polishing bit. I'm running at 10,000 RPMs. I'm running lower than what I normally would because I took a lot off, you guys. You're gonna have to check out the before and after pictures again just to see what this transformation was. This gave me all the spark joy, just like doing those before and after pedicures that you see wow afterwards. So rehydrating, pulling back the skin, applying some more pressure, working the oil in. Anytime you're working with one of the Erica's yellow bands, you always want to make sure that you are partnering it with cuticle oil. The whole idea here is that we're really just kind of polishing and hydrating the skin. It's reducing any kind of heat because that lubrication, look how good this looks. We're just hydrating. Again, we are doing this now because I would not be working all this oil in if we were going to apply products. So just think about how you can make modifications to work within your service. I'll go over here, exfoliate. These are just one of those fingers that you want to keep on going, but make sure you honor your time as well as your tech's time. Make sure you honor your time as well as your client's time.
If you've made it this far and you're about to unsubscribe, like at least just drop a heart or send this to someone that you know will benefit from it. At the end of the day, I had the consent of the model to go too far because let's be real, it does happen. Anytime though we break the skin and our client does bleed, we are officially out of our scope. But since that's a reality, I want to show you guys exactly what to do. Right? Knowledge is power. I'm here to always set you up for success. We're not just doing the pretty stuff, we're also doing the real salon talk. This happens, you have a video. If you want to see more content like this, you better give me a lot of content because I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of haters. So, over and out.